So let's have a brief conversation about shadow work. Now let me go ahead and say this is nothing about demonic stuff or religious stuff, so everybody can listen to this one. But Carl Jung, back in the day, he coined the idea of shadow work, meaning that there are four parts to you, right? There's your conscious, there's your mind, your body, your spirit, but then there's also the shadow you. This is the you that most of your habits and behavior today are based off of. Now, it is not all from your childhood. You could have had something that went on last week that could have changed who you are, how you behave, how you move, what your vibration is. But shadow work is really dealing with those things that have happened to you that's anchoring you down and not allowing you to grow and be a better version of yourself. Now notice I didn't say the best version of yourself, because in all honesty, you are right now the worst part of you that you're willing to settle for. Yes, the worst part of you that you're willing to settle for. The job you have or the work you do is the lowest job or work or amount of money that you're willing to settle for. It is not the height of your being. You can be, and you have the ability to be better, to do better, always. But most of the time we settle. And a lot of that settlement comes from our shadow self. The traumas you may have went through as a child, the traumas you went through as a young adult, the traumas you went through as an adult. And in order to work through that, in order to elevate, to raise your vibration, what you have to do is first identify what is the shadow. Were you molested as a child? Did you grow up with no food in the house? Did you grow up with parents who mismanaged money? Did you become a money mismanager? All those kinds of things. Did you get a divorce and that's held you and made you feel unworthy? Sit down, talk to that person, talk to that version of yourself. Get an understanding of what happened and how it's affected you. But just like everything exists on a pole, and there is the far left and there's the far right, you are existing right now on that pole based on the vibration you're willing to settle for. So instead, find out what is the positive side of what you went through. What can you do better? If you had trauma and it's caused you to be non-affectionate, then look at the other side and say, well, the lesson, the understanding is that I can have the exact polar opposite of that. And then start moving in that direction, believing intentionally and acting intentionally in that direction. Use your shadow self to become a greater version of you.